The United States Army has denied allegations that it killed and wounded civilians in some of its aerial attacks against the Al-Qaeda-linked jihadists Al-Shabaab in several parts of Somalia. The report by Amnesty International, titled "The Hidden U.S. War in Somalia," among others, indicates that up to 14 civilians were killed during 5 airstrikes in Somalia in the last 2 years under U.S. President Donald Trump. The report quotes dozens of eyewitnesses, including satellite imagery and social media posts, as evidence of civilian deaths in the Lower Shabelle region, the epicenter of the conflict in Somalia. Strikes have since doubled under Trump's presidency, from 35 in 2017 to 47 last year. The U.S. Africa Command has carried out at least 24 aerial strikes against Al-Shabaab in the first quarter of 2019. Analysts are worried that civilian body count will likely to grow as U.S. intensifies its aerial strikes.
Civilian casualties is a must in every conflict. Both sides in every conflict understand that. The latest findings by Amnesty International paint a horrific picture of war against terrorism. This is the outcome of increased aerial attacks and Trump's directive to relax rules of engagement.
Since taking office 2 years ago, Trump relaxed rules of engagement, granting his military generals a broad authority to carry out aerial strikes against hostile targets to U.S. interests. In August 2017, the U.S. Army was accused of killing 10 unarmed civilians, including 3 children, on a farm in the town of Barire, about 50 kilometers west of Mogadishu. Months later, a team of U.S. investigators concluded no wrongdoing on their part in that raid. Thousands of civilians have been forced to flee from the Middle and Lower Shabelle regions as U.S. forces increase their drone activities in that area. Rights groups indicate that more than 10,000 civilians fled in 2017, just as Trump took office. That number has since doubled as Washington continues to carry out more attacks in regions near Mogadishu.
Nearly all the 24 aerial strikes took place in regions near Mogadishu. Explosive-laden vehicles bound for the city were destroyed in several strikes. The strikes are useful on one end, but must be regulated to ensure no civilian casualties.
Hundreds of militants have been neutralized in some of recent U.S. aerial attacks, including a deadly one in January that killed more than 73 fighters on the outskirts of the port city of Kismayo, some 500 kilometers south of Mogadishu. The U.S. Africa Command says that most of these strikes are in support of partner forces, including the Somali Army and the African Union peacekeeping mission AMISOM. Meanwhile, Mogadishu will continue to bear the brunt of displaced persons fleeing from both Al-Shabaab and aerial attacks, with no end in sight to the conflict that has lasted for over a decade. Abdulaziz, Billow, CGTN, Mogadishu, Somalia.